Hello and welcome to this edition of 101 with Montgomery County Executive Ike Leggett. I'm Lorna Virgili and thank you for watching. Hello, Mr. Leggett, how are you?
Very good. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. So lately you have been some sort of Edward Scissorhands. You've been cutting ribbons throughout the county. Yeah. It's been good news. A lot of facilities have opened, 4 of them, 2 recreation centers, a fire station, and of course the Public Safety Training Academy in Gaithersburg, which is part of your Smart Growth Initiative. Busy.
Quite busy, and I'm pleased with all of these new openings that we've had in the county over the last few days. But you have to go back a little bit and look at the decisions that were made earlier. Decisions at the time were somewhat controversial because at the time when I made the decision about moving many of these projects forward, it was in the midst of the recession. And I decided to do so for a number of reasons. One, as you know, during the recession, construction costs were down. And in addition to that, the ability to borrow money in terms of our borrowing was much more favorable for the county. And so it's somewhat counterintuitive that if you look at the situation whereby people were moving away from building projects, I thought that it would be appropriate for the county to build projects that we knew that we were going to build in any event. It was just a question of when we would address those. So I decided that we were going to move forward in the midst of recession to start building a number of projects. And as a result of that, it allowed us to get projects that were cheaper, get them done faster, and it allowed us to move many of these very innovative projects forward. But over the 10 years that I've been county executive now, we have moved forward on 49, and we'll have a 50th one coming up fairly soon, projects in the county. And we've been able to do them much easier and quicker and at less cost for the county. And as a result of that, we had an extraordinary week in the last few days. We had the Nancy Dasick North Potomac Recreation Center, the Ross Body Recreation Center, a new fire station at Glenmont, and as well a major state-of-the-art public service training academy in Gaithersburg. In addition to that, in the private sector, during the same period of time, we opened the new Clarksburg Outlet Mall as well. So it's been a pretty busy period, but it all started years ago. And that decision was made to, in many ways, as part of what I call my Smart Growth Initiative, where we had a large number of inadequate projects that were built 30, 40, 50 years ago at a time when Montgomery County was much more rural. And so the idea was to take those projects that were basically in prime land location that were now inadequate for those locations and to move them to other portions of the county. Take the land that essentially these projects were on, sell that land, and get 2 things for that. One of which we get money for the land that we've swapped. Secondly, we'll get tax producing property that now will provide taxes and not all part of the government payroll. And so we're able to build many of these projects that I've just described with very low cost to the county because we swapped the land in exchange for them.
Let's circle back about the Public Safety Training Academy. It will house a specialized training program at the facility. We toured the facility recently for new incoming law enforcement officers, for police, the same thing for firefighters, even ride-on bus drivers. It's an incredible 132-acre compound that brings that kind of specialized 21st century high technology training to law enforcement officers.
It does, and it does in a way that I think provides our officers with the training, the expertise, real life situations that you can look at as close to real life as possible so that they can make appropriate decisions once out in the public. When you know they have to make decisions in a split of a second, oftentimes determine whether or not to do something that could have great ramifications. We want to place our officers in the best training mode so that they make the right decision once they're out on the job. And I think that we've done that, not only for our police, but for our fire and rescue personnel, for our ride-on bus drivers, as well as our safety personnel who worked in our correction system, and sheriff as well. All of those will be able to train in this facility. It also provided training site for some of our neighboring jurisdictions, our allied units around the county and around the region. So it'll be a wonderfully used facility that I think people would admire once they get an opportunity to go out and take a tour of it and they see what we've invested in.
You mentioned the Clarksburg Premium Outlets up county, that opening. It is the hope that it becomes, it seems like it already has become a regional destination.
Yeah.
Traffic around the area, what's going to happen with that? Because it's been, the first few weeks have been a little bit hectic in that part of the town.
Well, this is all the good and bad problems. You know, if we didn't have the traffic, nobody was coming there, we'd be complaining that, oh boy, we've had a major investment in road, traffic congestion mitigations, and a number of other things, but no one is coming there. We have some challenges, and the challenge, of course, is that we've opened in a time frame for which people are taking advantage of the potential shopping days before the end of the year. And as a result of that, we have a new shopping destination in Montgomery County, and we're bringing many people outside of Montgomery County into Montgomery County. In addition to that, many people in Montgomery County that have traditionally gone to other outlets to shop and providing resources to places in Anne Arundel County and the Eastern Shore and everywhere else, they can now shop in Montgomery County. So we're taking advantage of putting more than 350 people to work, expanding the tax base here, but it comes with some challenges, and I hope we'll work those through in the next few months, or next few weeks at least, to make sure that we mitigate the traffic concerns, because you don't want people to go to a mall and they're experiencing long delays, inconveniences. You want them to come and have a wonderful shopping experience, and so the parking, the traffic is part of that view as well.
Another good news this past month regarding economic development and jobs as well was Marriott International's decision to actually remain not only in the state of Maryland, in Montgomery County, making a $600 million investment to build the new headquarters in downtown Bethesda. And you are very happy about that. And your team was congratulated by the state, by the governor.
First of all, we had a wonderful team negotiating on our behalf, led by Tim Feinstein and a number of other people who I think did a masterful job. We've coordinated this in a way that I think we've allowed the county to have the most competitive position possible to garner merit in Montgomery County. Now, first of all, you need to think about merit and what it brings to the county. This is the largest private employer in the county, has somewhere in excess of 3,500 jobs, as you've indicated, a new $600 million facility. In addition to that, a 200-room hotel. All of those things coming into Montgomery County, or at least remaining in Montgomery County, is a real shot in the arm for us, and I think it's a real strong statement of how competitive Montgomery County is in this market.
Mr. Leggett, we got to take a short break, but we'll be right back. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Montgomery County Executive Ike Leggett.
Here's your chance to save money and help the environment. Bring your reusable bag when you shop and you'll save 5 cents for every store bag you don't need. Retailers in Montgomery County charge 5 cents for the plastic or paper bags they provide. Why? Because plastic bags are the biggest single source of stream and waterway litter, causing pollution and flooding. And every year, Montgomery County spends $3 million on cleanup. So do yourself and the environment a favor. Bring your reusable bag when you shop. You'll fight litter and keep the change.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Hey, mister! Down here. You illegally passed the stop school bus. I'm placing you in timeout. And this timeout means big fines, plus you really could have hurt somebody. That's why school buses are being equipped with video cameras to help kids like me stay safe. So respect the bus.
Welcome back to 101 with Montgomery County Executive Ike Leggett. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for continuing to watch. Before we went on the break, Mr. Leggett, we're talking about Marriott International staying in the county, and that one incentive that they received of $44 million, how does it translate back into the county?
Well, first of all, it's between the state and the county, 22 from the state, 22 from Montgomery County. And when you look at this, you have to recognize that this is a very competitive corporate challenge for us, clearly in competition with the district and Northern Virginia, who in many places probably could have offered much more. But just think about it though. When you build a $600 million facility, just the jobs that you would create and the taxes that come from that alone is worth a huge amount and really cuts heavily into that. And then you're not talking about something for a few years, you're talking about the life of a long-term major tenant in Montgomery County. Not to provide an incentive, not to provide some inducement to make sure that they stay here would be counterproductive for it, because had we lost them, then the incentive was paled in comparison of the enormous amount of taxes we were talking about. The economic impact to Montgomery County alone in 1 year is $90 million. And so we're giving up less than half of that as an incentive package. In addition to that, Marriott is the largest hoteler in the world today. And so when you bring that to downtown Bethesda, you are likely to fill up not just the space that Marriott is going to take, but they're going to also take up a space, and subsidiary organizations around that, ancillary organization, probably could take up other space in Bethesda as well. So the impact of that, I think, would be tremendous.
And they'll be announcing where they'll be building.
Yeah,
in the
the
next few
location
months,
in
next year.
Bethesda. And the last time I checked, Bethesda was in Montgomery County. So
No, but the location itself within Bethesda, they'll announce that next year, correct?
Yes, that's
okay,
correct,
good.
yeah.
Let's talk about Safe Track, Metro's Safe Track, and the last surge. The county obviously has been helping commuters, whether it's additional ride-on bus services, extended hours for MC 311 to guide red line commuters. What has been the impact in the county, economic impact, especially the investment on serving?
Well, first of all, let me apologize and say to the community, I understand the frustration, the inconveniences some of our riders are suffering as a result of the changes of the red line construction projects. We've tried to do everything that we could to mitigate those impacts, but certainly you can't mitigate all of them. But the metro system needs serious repair in order to provide for the safety of our patrons. And so, in my opinion, it is worth making these adjustments and the inconveniences that we will suffer through. We've tried to provide additional support to make sure people are clearly aware of what's going on, provide some ride-on additional support that we have. The economic impact of this still will be measured over a period of time, but it's not something that we look on and want and welcome, but it's something that needs to be done. And the general manager is doing, I think, a wonderful job of trying to address these things. And so hopefully we'll be able to put this behind us. But what Metro really needs in long term is the kind of financial stability, the efficiency, and the safety record that will garner the support of the patrons who utilize it and those who've gone away. And this, I think, will help in that regard, because it will, in effect, shore up the system for the short term. But in the long term, it needs long-term financial stability and long-term support in order for us to have the kind of reliability that will help us with many of the challenges that we face here in Montgomery County and throughout the region.
The surge during the summer and now the surge in the fall, how much have they cost the county?
Well, we're still measuring that. I just can't say the impact. We are paying, and we got a grant from the state of about $1 million just to help on the ride-on, and we're providing additional overtime and supporting our police. We will continue to monitor that, but we don't know the ancillary impact of all of that in terms of the inconveniences, the shops and others that may be impacted as well, but it will cost us.
County officials and agencies got together to talk about the snow removal operations, the annual snow summit. Are we ready? Number one, and I know exactly what you say every year when it comes to falling snow. It's falling dollars, right?
That's right.
And then there were some complaints last year about the snow map. Is that been corrected?
I think we've addressed the snow map and the challenges we had with the oversurge on the 311 system. But beyond that, we had an enormous amount of snow. not just last year, but the last few years. If you look at comparatively what Montgomery County has done and how well we've responded to it, I think we will give them an A+ in terms of their performance. There's always room for improvement, and we certainly will look at that. But when you have the level of snow that we've talked about, the cost we're talking about here, when we talk about snow, this is a cost of about $1 million for every inch of snow that falls in this county. And we have over 500 lane miles in Montgomery County that we have to cover. This is an enormous task. And I do not take it for granted that we automatically will go out and do an excellent job. I go out with our crews. I go out even in advance of the snow. We are meeting as we speak now to, in effect, address our plans for snow removal well into the winter, so that I'm talking to the contractors, talking to our crews, talking to our staff and all the people to make sure that we have the technology, we have the resources, and we have the training that is necessary in order to make it as the conditions as best as possible that we can find. But at the end of the day, we're talking about men and women who get out in some of the worst conditions that you can imagine, working very long hours and really doing an excellent job for Montgomery County. So when you compare our performance to virtually anyone else's performance, not just here in this region, but across the nation, I think that we've done a pretty good job in Montgomery County.
We're ready
Yes.
for whatever Mother Nature throws our way.
Yes.
It was very bad at the beginning of this year.
Yes.
Let's transition into the Anacostia River Accord that you recently signed. It was a multi-jurisdiction accord with Prince George's and also the District of Columbia to pretty much preserve and protect the Anacostia. We have, 1,500 miles of creeks here in Montgomery County, and some of them go into the river itself, into the Anacostia. Let's talk about that accord, what it means, and some of the initiatives that Montgomery County has implemented, not only for the Anacostia, but also for the Chesapeake Bay to keep it clean.
Well, water and the waterways throughout this region are important, and Anacostia certainly is one at the top of the list, and ultimately the Chesapeake Bay as well. There's no one jurisdiction that is responsible for all the challenges that we face. It's a multi-jurisdictional challenge, certainly with the district, Northern Virginia, to some degree, in certain parts of the Chesapeake Bay as well. But for us, the district, Prince George's County, and Montgomery County, we're all in line to make sure that we're doing all the things we need to do in order to protect it. But that means making certain that we do those things within our jurisdiction, because as you've just mentioned, a lot of our streams, the miles of streams we have in Montgomery County, the waste, the challenge that we have ultimately can flow into the Anacostia. So it means, for example, our stormwater management system are at the pace and at the levels that we want them in terms of protection. It means that we're taking the litter out of the streams where possible, and we see that with eliminating large amounts of plastic bags and getting trash out of the system. It means that a lot of the debris that we have and other things that we do in order to protect it are done in a way that assures that Montgomery County is doing its part. And I'm certain that the district and Prince George's County, so we came together to sign an accord, renewing the efforts that we've had in the past and making even stronger strides for the things we need to do in the future to ensure that we do the best job we can in order to protect the Anacostia.
Thank you, Mr. Leggett. We're going to take another short break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC 311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Are you sure they can recycle us, Clamshell?
Hey, Dome, we're on a new recycling postcard.
I can't wait to make a new start. Maybe I'll be a red carpet at a big premiere.
And I'll get to paint the White House.
Shh, here he comes.
Now you can recycle more plastics in Montgomery County, including #1 PET plastics such as clamshells, deli containers, trays, lids, domes, and cups.
We're in!
For more information on recycling, contact the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311. The wait is over. Recycle more plastics today.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
A message about protecting your pipes and ours from WSSC.
Hello and welcome back to 101 with Montgomery County Executive Ike Leggett. Mr. Leggett, when the month of October rolled in, there were two big new laws, one from the state and one here in Montgomery County. NOAA's law and the Earned Sick and Safe Leave law here in the county. Let's talk about the second one first. The Earned Sick and Safe Leave law, what kind of protections it fosters to employees in the county?
Well, what we're trying to do for employees is give them an opportunity so that they will not go to work basically sick. And unfortunately, too many of the people in Montgomery County have to choose between whether or not they go to work sick or to stay at home. To stay at home, many who have very challenging job situations, working sometimes 2 and 3 jobs, do not have the luxury to stay at home. And as a result of that, they actually come to work sick, potentially adversely affecting other people within the employment base. And as a result of that, we've given people basically a Hobson's choice. And so this law is designed to provide additional support so that people will not have to face those choices. And Montgomery County is one of the leaders in the region in trying to make sure that we provide greater protection for people. We want employers to know and should be aware of the consequences of the law, and we want the people to take advantage of it. But that's what we are trying to avoid here in Montgomery County. Now, you asked a question about NOAA's law as well? Yeah.
On this particular Earned Sick and Safe Leave law, the oversight agency in the county is the Office of Human Rights, correct?
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, NOAA's law. The holidays are coming. Of course, there's a lot of celebrations, festivities, and alcohol. It's often included during the celebrations. It is one of the toughest laws a state can have. Let's remind county drivers what it means and how important it is not to drink and drive.
Well, one of the challenges we've had in the past has been the inability to get stronger laws in the General Assembly. And I want to thank a variety of people who made this possible. Certainly Delegate Ben Kramer, who has led this effort in a variety of fashions in terms of pedestrian safety and ensuring that we do not drink and drive. State Senator Jamie Raskin. But as it relates to NOAA's law per se, this was an extraordinary job, especially by the family. And the family got out in recognition of the challenges that they faced and recognition of the death of their son, led an extraordinary effort. It's through their testimony, through their experiences, their hard work, working with our police departments, not only here but around the state, that allowed us to get a law that basically would preclude people who would go into the cars intoxicated or have a record of intoxication and would have to blow basically into a breathalyzer before they could drive that car. It sounds pretty simple, and many states have had this law in effect. We now have it in Maryland. It's a very, very strong law, and it will, in fact, based on the analysis of so many around the state, around the nation, will reduce deaths. And it's critically important for us to do so, especially at a time when we see roads that are congested, we see large numbers of people driving while they're intoxicated, and there's so much danger and challenges with these very high speed and very efficient cars that are out there that we need to avoid that. Noah lost his life trying to protect this community. He's lost his life doing what he loved to do, that is to make certain that he will in fact take the initiative to get some of these drunk drivers off the road. And as a result of that, was actually hit by a drunk driver. And so it's sort of ironic, it's sad, but his life will not be one that is lost in vain. that this community, his family, and all of those working with them are designing programs and trying to come up with laws, regulations, and rules to further prevent deaths. And we're doing so in the name of NOAA. And we hope that this was the last time that we will have the challenges around the state of trying to get the kind of positive response that we need in order to protect our residents.
About protecting the residents, let's talk a bit about pedestrian safety. Two things, two components. Pedestrian safety, with the time change, it gets darker earlier in the day, more hours of darkness, and this is when pedestrian collisions take a hike during the year. The other thing, the new separated bike lanes in Rockville. Once again, a reminder to drivers to drive safely for pedestrians and cyclists.
Right. Well, first of all, it's an ongoing effort. We've devoted a lot of time, energy, and efforts trying to provide safety for our pedestrians and bikers. We have a multi-pronged approach in terms of engineering, education, as well as enforcement to make certain that those 3 E's are followed. We have provided a great deal of resources in this effort in Montgomery County, but we still have challenges ahead of us. You know, the challenges now for people in the parking lots at the shopping malls and shopping centers have created real problems that we've placed a great deal of emphasis on. Protecting the bicyclists, and one of the ways in which to protect them is to have some separated or some barriers between the bikers and or drivers. That's one of the ways in which we've addressed this, and the method that you just talked about, at least the one we just announced a few weeks ago, is designed to do that in the Rockville area. But we're doing so in Silver Spring and many other places around the county because we're encouraging, on one hand, people to utilize bicycles, and we've had an aggressive program in Montgomery County, the Capital Bike Share Program, and so we're encouraging people to get out and drive, ride the bicycles, but at the same time we need to provide the protection for them as well as other pedestrians around the county.
Let's talk about the libraries that were recently recognized with a 2016 Top Innovator Award. It has to do with the Refresh program, which has been implemented in several libraries throughout the county, which is updating them pretty much in a shorter period of time instead of rebuilding completely.
Well, it's the efficiency, it's the getting them back online as quickly as possible, but making changes rather than to wait much longer for a major renovation, basically redoing the entire library. Parker Hamilton and the library staff and the Friends of the Libraries all got behind an effort a few years ago to refresh libraries, so they're being refreshed quite rapidly. At the same time, we're still redoing some major libraries, as we're now doing in Wheaton, and we just finished Silver Spring. But the Refresh program is an award-winning program that allows this county to address critical needs faster, update the libraries, and get them out and make sure we have all the innovations that our patrons want.
Mr. Leggett, I think we have less than 30 seconds, but you recently announced that you will not be seeking a 4th term.
Right.
Still 2 more years to go of hard work, which is the #1 priority in these 2 years. I know there's a lot going on, but #1 priority.
The #1 priority is to make sure that we have sustainable budgets and ensuring that our finances are in order. All the things that I just mentioned before are exciting. We come up with creative ideas, but unless you have the budgetary wherewithal to do them, you're behind the 8 ball. And so I want to make sure that we maintain that right, and we'll do all of the things that follow.
Thank you, Mr. Leggett, for sitting with us today. And for you, any more information, do visit montgomerycountymd.gov. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going.
Recycle more now.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs. And you learned how to not ignore yours. I discovered how to make healthier meals, and I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.